Whew. Hey, what's up everyone? Ollie here. So, the weather in the UK, it's been hot. I feel like I'm already sweating. Sorry if I sweat in this video, but it is hot. Also haven't had a haircut in a while. I think it's been 3 months now. It makes sense, of course, because of the lockdown and stuff. You know, I'm willing to wait. I should wait. You know, people who aren't willing to wait, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you know, and also haven't shaved for a while. I look weird with a bit of fluff on my face. You know, I wouldn't really call this a proper beard, but hey, you know, just haven't shaved for a while. I'm usually quite clean shaven, but I thought, let's give it a try, see how it grows, see how thick it grows. I'll probably end up shaving it off. We'll see. Anyway, another Q&A video. I asked on Instagram for you guys to send me your questions, and a lot of you sent me a lot of questions which have already been answered. So the questions that you see on screen here have already been answered in previous videos, previous Q&A videos, Twitter, wherever else it may be, my blog. You know, a lot of them have already been answered. So if you're looking for something, you know, just do your research. Come on, like, you know, if you're a good enough follower, it's probably worth your time to go to my other videos and Twitter and Instagram, my blog and stuff like that, and look for those answers, because I'd say you're actually spending more time asking me the question rather than just go looking for the answer. So yeah, please do that, because you will most likely find your answer. So first question is, what's my favorite font? So currently my favorite font is Inter. It's a free font, Inter UI or Inter, I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's a free font, completely free to download, completely free to use commercially, personally, whatever you want to do with it. It's a fantastic font. It has many different weights, and yeah, it's perfect for like UI design and things like that. It's more of a sort of like a body font, paragraph font, rather than like a heading font, but it's definitely my favorite font, and it's what I've been using a lot when it comes to my own projects and stuff. What's one thing you tell your 18-year-old self? When I was 18, I was very much sort of trying to figure out what I'm trying to do with my life and what I want to do. You know, I thought I was going to become an accountant. I'm so glad that didn't happen. I'm not bashing accountants, you know, accountants, we still need them. I have an accountant that helps me do all sorts of amazing stuff with my company. So yeah, you know, when I was 18, I was very much stressed about what I wanted to do. And I wish I wasn't so stressed about it. I wish I kind of just like went with the flow and just, you know, went with whatever I enjoyed doing at the time, because I didn't really properly get into doing what I loved doing until I was around 19, 20 years old, which is design, you know, design work and being creative and things like that. I mean, I guess it's not just design, I think it is just creativity in general. You know, this is why I like doing YouTube videos, because I like being creative in some way or another. Same with photography as well, you know, I love photography, and all these different things require creativity, and I really enjoy doing creative stuff. So yeah, when I was 18, I just wish I wasn't so stressed about what I'm going to do with my future self. Where to begin if I'm starting in design from scratch? Now this leads well into the sponsor of this video, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform where you can learn new skills like web design, photography and video. It's perfect for anyone who wants to expand their knowledge and creativity, and is suitable for both beginners and professionals. Skillshare classes include a combination of video lessons and projects, and you can take them whenever you like and fit them around your schedule. With the current climate, it's a great time to learn a new skill or deepen an existing passion. One of my favorite topics is UI UX design, and Skillshare has a collection of the top UI UX classes so you can master your skills. There is a class called Digital Design, Creating Design Systems by Dan Moore. This class will teach you how to create a design system, guide your system and adapt it for future projects. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when you compare it to in-person classes and workshops. An annual subscription costs less than $10 a month. So make sure to check out the link in the description. You'll get 2 months free off their premium membership. I do highly recommend Skillshare. Even if they weren't sponsoring this video, I would still recommend it. It's just a fantastic platform. You know, if you're looking to learn anything new, it's a great place to start. I recently created my own UI sort of class, going through how to design a simple personal website, which you guys can check out. Skillshare didn't even know I was creating this class. I created it because I wanted to share it. And a lot of you have been asking for me to share my sort of design process and things like that. So I thought, hey, I'll do it in a Skillshare class. It's also a good way for me to earn some money off it, you know, because it does take time to make. And yeah, so if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it down in the description below. What was your first car? Now, my first car was a really cheap Renault Clio. It was a 1996 Renault Clio. I bought it in 2010. Yeah, 2010. And yeah, it cost me £300. It was so cheap. The insurance for the car was more expensive. I think the insurance was like £1,300, something like that. It was absurd money, but it was the only way for me to get around, and it's all I could afford. And I remember that car, I hated it, I'll be honest. I absolutely hate it. People love their first car, but I absolutely hated my first car. There was a leak in the roof, so whenever it was raining and I go around a corner, water would literally hit my face. No joke. It would hit my face. Cold, dirty water would hit my face, and I'd just be like, oh, this is terrible. I remember I sort of had to fasten a towel to the roof so that the water wouldn't keep hitting my face. And it used to leak in the bottom as well. It was so slow. I had so many problems with that car. But yeah, you've got to start somewhere, and it's all I could afford at the time. Thankfully, these days I can afford much nicer cars. You know, I have a Tesla, I have my AMG. I will have videos on them soon as well. I know a lot of you have been asking for sort of long-term reviews, and I'm planning to do those this summer. You know, the lockdown has been eased a bit in the UK, so we can go out and do stuff. So yeah, I'll probably do that this summer. Now, this is an interesting question. I have noticed a severe lack of pickles in your video. Will this be amended? Well, you haven't been looking properly enough. I am the pickle. I am the biggest pickle on this channel. I am the biggest pickle in every single video. Look properly next time. Next question, how has your web design business been during the pandemic? So I did actually share on Twitter a few weeks ago, might have been last month actually, or a couple of months ago, that I've pretty much stopped taking on client work. My YouTube, my side businesses, my other businesses that I have a hand in, doing well enough for me now that I don't actually need to do client work as much. So I've pretty much stopped taking on client work right now. I am open to client work still. I am open to doing design projects for other businesses, but I am being very, very picky, and I want to do something that really interests me, and I really want to sort of like make an impact if I'm going to come on a project. So yeah, you know, for me, I've been really lucky. I'm not gonna, well, I say lucky, it's not really luck when I've worked for it, but to get into this position. But yeah, during the pandemic, I haven't had to really look for any client work and stuff. My businesses and YouTube and stuff like that, and my own savings and stuff have been more than enough to get me by. I know a lot of you have been struggling out there. I know a lot of people have been losing jobs, which is really unfortunate. And it's just a shitty time. There's no other way of putting it. It's a really shitty time for a lot of people. But yeah, hopefully, you know, if you guys are looking for clients, if you guys are looking for businesses or whatever, hopefully things start getting better for you. Are you considering going all in on your YouTube career and leave your regular job? So I think a lot of people think I do have a regular job. I don't have a regular job. I've never actually had a regular job. Ever since I left school when I was 18, 19, I've been working for myself. I've been doing my own thing. You know, I haven't really properly worked for anyone. I've always done contracts for businesses and freelance projects and things like that. But yeah, when it comes to YouTube, I don't ever see YouTube being a full-time job for me. I don't actually want it to be a full-time job. I do YouTube because it's fun. I don't want it to be a job for me. This is why I don't have a regular schedule for YouTube videos and stuff. There's also the aspect of, this is going to be weird to say, but I don't want to be like YouTube famous, you could say. You know, I don't want to be walking down the street and be noticed, which has already happened once. Only once. I was walking through London and someone noticed me and they go, "Hey, are you that Ollie guy from YouTube?" And I was like, "Yes." And it really freaked me out in a way because I was just like, people are starting to recognize me. I don't like this. So it's weird. Like I want to share videos. I want to make videos. I want to do that creative stuff. But at the same time, I don't really want to be recognized. It's really bizarre. It's a really bizarre situation to be in. So yeah, I don't ever see myself being a YouTuber who has like 10 million subscribers or anything like that. You know, I'm coming close up to 100,000 subscribers. Who knows? I might end up just stop doing YouTube at like 1 million subscribers because YouTube is fun and all, and I really enjoy doing it. But I like doing other stuff, and I just can't see myself putting 100% of my time into YouTube. Is the book still coming out? So last year I did a Q&A video where I mentioned that I'm doing a designer book, sort of like how you make 6 figures as a designer. Now, I've had a lot of questions of people asking, is this book still coming out? If you signed up to the pre-order, you will have got an email already saying that I've changed the book. I'm not doing the book anymore. I've actually changed it to a Patreon. So I haven't really promoted the Patreon that much. I've only sort of mentioned it here and there to my personal email list and to the people who signed up to pre-order the book. So yeah, on Patreon is where I'm going to be updating stuff regularly, answering your questions, because you guys can actually ask me questions directly on Patreon. So yeah, that's sort of where I wanted to do it and where I wanted to share sort of my knowledge, you could say. I hate that word, knowledge. It's just become a bit of a cringy word, hasn't it? But yeah, wanted to share my sort of experiences and knowledge. Patreon is going to be that place. So if you're interested, sign up there. You know, no pressure or anything whatsoever. But if you're interested in that sort of stuff and really want to sort of get more of a sort of personal look into my experiences and business and things like that, Patreon is the place to do it. Did you earn the money for the cars and all the tech from design work and YouTube? To put it simply, yes. You know, I'd say I have a pretty good lifestyle. I live a very comfortable life, be able to afford nice things and things like that. And it's all from doing design work, from doing web design work. Whether it be for clients, whether it be for my own businesses, things like that. I do think though that client work will make you money, but at the end of the day, you're selling your time. If you really want to sort of generate wealth and money, you've got to start your own business. And that's what I've been doing ever since I started doing design work, because I actually use my design projects and freelance work. I use that money to start my own businesses, to put into my own side projects and things like that. The tech and the cars and all that sort of stuff comes from doing this sort of stuff. I don't have parents who give me money. My parents are poor. I grew up poor. So yeah, I don't have any money sort of being given to me at all. Actually, I've never been given a penny by anyone. I've never asked anyone for money either. You know, all of my businesses I've started from scratch. Everything that I've got, I've started from scratch, and it can be done. I think a lot of people sort of do struggle with the idea of how can you do all of that, but it can be done. You just got to work for it, and you got to sort of work smart but work hard at the same time. It's weird. I think a lot of people think you've got to put in, you know, 10-hour days to do stuff when you really don't. I think it really is a matter of working on the right things. And then, to be honest, I can't tell you what the right things are, because at the same time, you sort of just got to figure it out. You got to work out what's right for you and what you really enjoy doing, because if you really enjoy doing something, I think the money comes naturally anyway. But yeah, that's it. Those are some of the questions that I thought were worth answering, because I hadn't properly answered them before. But yeah, a lot of the questions that you guys asked, like I mentioned, have already been answered. So make sure to watch my other videos. Make sure to watch my other Q&As. Look at my blog, look at my Instagram, look at my Twitter. Those are the sorts of places where you're going to find everything that you need. You know, a lot of people ask where I get my gear from, what gear I use and stuff like that. I've already linked to all of that. So you just got to look for it, really. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more.